Hello and welcome. Right, I've set the fertilizer spreader going. That's going to take a while. Yeah, this is second grow stage, which is, I believe, why I've done this right now. Yeah, it is. It's still doable because it's not fully grown. Well, grass is a bit strange anyway, but it should make a difference if we have a look at it. Yeah, it is fantastic. That's all we need to see. Brilliant. Now then, okay, right. Is that actually working? That's not actually showing anything, is it? Right, okay, that's interesting. That's because I did switch it off because yeah, it fulfills its thing and it's yeah, I would get rid of it. It's strange. It's really I did have it actually on the map, and I thought on the map because I opted for it as a business, and I thought, well, yeah, this is probably one of the only black sheep moddings that I just don't understand why it is like it is. It's a bit strange. It's really quite. I mean, you've got to do the pallets. It's quite faffy, and I thought, oh, it's going to be really good then. And I was like underwhelmed, shall we say. I've got the ultimate respect for black sheep modding, so it's one of those things. Right, what else have we got to do? It is August. Is there anything else? Well, we have got sugar beet and sunflowers. Have we done the animals? I would say we have. Did we do all of the straw? Now that's interesting. It is. Let's have a look. Oh, my life, we did. Well, on this one anyway. Let's have a look on this one. I think we did. I have a vague recollection that we did. We did fantastic. So tomorrow is, which is why, of course, we got the fertilizer spreader where it is. So animals is the thing we need to check. Did I do the animals? Oh, that looks fairly conclusive evidence that I well and truly. Wow. Yeah, that's as close to filled as anything can be. Milk. Yeah, again, 625 litres. So all we're waiting on is the. Wow. Are we actually replanting anything? Now we are using the Farmer Jeb. So really, oil is one of our great assets. But yeah, I'd like to do the cracked corn. Let's have a look. Let's have a look in the and see what we actually need to do. I think it's just a matter of taking it somewhere and grabbing the process or buying a mill of that particular type. We could buy the one on the map for once. Yeah, if we've got that already. Although, no, it's true. That's the point. I wonder if no, it won't have it. So you've got to adjust the actual recipe itself. So let's have a look on the map first and see cracked corn, or I'm sure that's what it is. Dried corn, corn flour. So it's fine corn flour, corn bread, sweet cornbread, pumpkin pie, apple pie. Wow. So we have special things on the map. Let's have a look then. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm trying to do a bit more of this where we actually are playing with the maps. No, that's all ours. No, it's yeah, the ones I'm thinking of. The restaurant, Land Bakery. What our sell point? That's buying it, but we're looking for somewhere a production point. Aha. Right, okay. We've sold it. Let's save the game. Okay, it's not there then. It's there. Aha! Right, so then. It really does. Okay, let's try something, because I presume we own the land now. Because we'll sell this immediately. It's just a test to see if bakeries are changed or whether it's just this particular one, in which case, yeah, we will obviously factories, addable trigger, bakery. No, that is exactly as right. So it is special. That's the first question answered. And wow, so bread, which you can do as you normally can, 2 for 1. Cornbread, 3. So we need, looks like there's a mill that also is involved. Cakes we switch off because it's very, I've never tried to do it once now. Yeah, I have. Pumpkin pie is like bread. Only they've very nicely swapped strawberries for, looks like cornbread. Where's that apple pie? No, it's not. It's a different icon. Just 6. Apple pie is very similar, only has apples instead, and sweet cornbread. So let's have a look at these products, because I did want to have a go at this. It looks like we're going to need a mill though that actually also does this. So we've got to look for the not the bakery, the mill. So I think we're going to need to buy that too. I think it would be Bales Our Point, Railroad Silo, Ranch, Central Grain Elevator. Grain Elevator West, Dairy, Sawmill, I would presume Beach Restaurant. The name kept cropping up with this in everything we did, but it looks like a sell point to me. Is there another mill? Can we have a quick look in the and see? I need to focus really tightly because my laptop screen is tiny in comparison to the screen I'm used to looking at. It's hard to read the writing, it's so tiny. Right, beekeeping. Now, I would like to say that it's not always actually at the beginning, is it, when a map maker actually sticks the crude oil, that's all Bartson, Universal Crucial Mod. So I'm looking. Extended oil plant. That's Fred. Fracasses. Cavalier Roy. Yeah, I was always tempted in these situations now to stop the cameras, but I just suppose, yeah, your mods would need to be exactly the same as mine. I tell you what, no, it's not going to take that long. We're looking really for flour. That's no, so it's looking special, which is why. Land Bakery, my favourite. That's a beast of a thing. Little gaming. Settle salt. So far, everything looks exactly as I would expect. Old Grain Mill, Burnie. General Mill, Farmer Jeb. Bartson. The Ashaba. Keep threatening to do pancake production. It's one of those few things, and pasta production too. That's also a new one. But on this map, I wish to do the thing that we were advised to do, which was definitely. Now this is getting. I recognise all of these. Great production pack, which I keep. They really need. Oh, Ravenport. The juice factory. Oh, okay. The fermenting silo. Well, that surprises me because we've got the normal one. Well, there you go. We need to be able to produce the flour, so it's got to be one of these, has it not? Not the carpentry, obviously. Oil mill, sugar mill, bakery. We've just bought land bakery. We may have to sell the land bakery. Yeah, so it's really production that we're looking for, not anything else. I think we've done them all. Sell. Now that is also a production sign. Okay, this is going to be. Save the game. We have saved the game. Aha! Fine cornflour and cornflour. Right. Okay. So, and it wasn't too expensive. Right. Okay. So we now own the means to do it. Now, did we actually this year grow corn? We were looking for someone else, weren't we? To grow corn, that we actually could test this out. Which that looks like corn to me. Well, we could sort of do a drive-by, couldn't we? Being as that is, yes. Now that looks very much like corn to me. Which would mean we would need. This has got arrows already. Somebody to fertilise and lime this field, and we would buy. Yeah, we will. Let's do it. I promised I was going to do this. So do it. It is expensive, I know. Well, it's not actually. Not in comparison to what it used to be. Right, so then, are we going to purchase the data? Is that going to be too expensive? Not really. And the farms are usually a little bit lazy. All my life, these are worse than most. Right, we need to have a top up because I don't somehow think that 187 is going to get us terribly far, really. I know we did bring some up. Some lime. Fertilizer first. Yes, right, brilliant. I don't need to worry about that. Now then, we should be having that active thing on the front, I believe. Otherwise, what's the point in having it? Yeah, I've got to get into the habit of using it. Now, I think if I switch this on and the workers are, I think they switch it on. So we're going to stay in this. Because with me being I'm not going to say a virgin, I have actually done this a few times, but I don't do it very often. I'm trying to get into better habits and use my productions. Well, this, yeah, not really production, is it? Right, so then, if we switch this on for the bottom field, which we now own, Well, the reason I wanted to do this was I didn't want to extend this Let's Play any further. But I would like to keep my word and do what I said I would do. Did I say that I'd stay? I think I was starting to make rumblings that we were... Right. So then this is field 6. So we need to... No, it's field 22. I was going to say... It's plot 6, so we want to create job. I'd say we might go over 2, but let's try to just see. I'm not sure. Oh, it will. Save, activate, 36 meters. No, it's field 6. It is. I am right. Which also... No, we have created the job. We just need to save it in the right folder. 36 meters. Now then we need to undo the one that we did in 22. No, it didn't let me do it because it's already there. So we've not overwritten it. So then, if we have that, will it now switch that? Because you can see it go blue. So I'm presuming the workers switch it on. The Courseplay would do that. Because this is what usually sort of gets me a little bit with this. It's the fact that it's not the normal on. No, and again, that's just, I would get into the habit of doing it. For those, that's the giveaway. Yes, it's blue, so we should get the bonus. Right, fantastic. Let's leave that alone then. We might need to top it up though, because it's corn. Let's have a look out. What rate are we losing? Yeah, quite a rate. It's going from real orange to... Right, we could do something about that. It's not really the fastest, is it? You are a real fast one. Screw you. It's kind of... Is it a lorry? Attacher though? I can't remember what... No, I thought we might have had a casualty, but we bought the O2 Studios, which is good. Yes, I took the 30-footer set of trailers out and replaced them with the 40-footers of Mack Trucker because I've had issues, and I'm trying to see, is the model he uses for the trailer, is the trailer that's the worst affected? I also used to have the liquid tanker a lot on a lot of Let's Plays, so I always presumed it had been fixed, but the issues I'm still getting suggest it's still got that issue of the height of the floor isn't read by triggers very often. So I'm seeing if the 40-foot trailer was done with the same kind of modelling, whether that's got the same kind of issues. And the easy solution is not to have the trailer, which is a shame. Yeah, not ever use the trailer, just use the actual like flatbed side of it. And look, also I was thinking if it's struggling on that, the liquid tanker likewise is going to be affected. So yeah, how are you doing though? How are you doing for? Yeah, I thought you'd be getting low by now. Right. That's got narrows on though. We'll let it do its business though. Yeah. I apologise for this in a way because it's not the most interesting, but it is, as Mr. Celobuki often says, it is what the farm needs to have done. We can't not do this. You can't always have every episode can be scintillating and adjustments on the farm because we sort of. It's not going to be long now. I'll say to the corner at the most, if we get that far. But it will be nice for once to get the bonus. I've got this. Sometimes I've got it built into the tractors. Now I presume when I do fertilising with the AI, but they switch that on. But me personally, I need to do something. So let's have a go. Let's have a go ourselves now. I think it's right trigger and X still, I think. Let's have a go, that's all I'm going to say. It's not worth time-lapsing them for that, really. Right, so let's unfold. Nope. Stopping my engine. Okay, let's have a look, shall we? Deactivate automatic application. Turn on crop sensor. Alt plus B. Oh, let's just use that. That'd be easier. It will. It's not that difficult. So Alt plus B. I'm sure I'd remember that after a few uses. And now it's of course. Oh, let's just do this the old-fashioned way, and a no cruise control on my keyboard now as well. It's not far off. Proper single like pass to actually fill that in, so that's not bad. Apologies for the silence, I'm concentrating intently. Right, so then... do hate this. Well, I could have Alt plus B'd it again, really, and switched off until we got there, but, you know, we're nearly there now, so it just seemed a little bit, yeah, counterproductive. And now... So we've only got a tiny bit really left to do, so let's just crack on, get this done, go through to September, get the feeding done. We are going to time-lapse that bit though, makes sense, because the animals do take a while, and I do concur that I don't want this Let's Play just to be about us and like that. Yeah, feeding the animals, that's the only thing with animals is they do take a while, but I have a tip. I'm sure it's something plus X. Let's have a look. Will it show me? That's one way to switch it off, I suppose, really. Yeah, I suppose that would work. If you fold... Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. That doesn't do the job. Alt B. Turn off. Okay. No, I'm not going to like bore everybody to death, but I will just press Alt plus B for now. I can check that. It might be my gamepad as well, because it's a non-standard gamepad, so I've had to program a couple of things. Oh wow, of course they've done something fancy to the... I think it's the angle. Right, so now it's time to go through till tomorrow. So one of the few things we haven't got on the map really is a house. Oh, lime. Lime. It's on the way. Just thinking, why is that? Right. Let's do this properly. Yes, now I have got, and I'm using what I consider a very realistic tool now, and it was a find not by myself, but it was by one of the viewers. It is the Quick M140. For those who never heard it, it may well revolutionise. I mean, if you're a content creator, it's a given that it's fantastic, because it's it will allow. I mean, because I use ER Shabba's drum sets a lot, as in his drums of like diesel and all that type of stuff. So I use that so much, it's unbelievable. Let's use that little tub, which I still have not found what actually causes that. Now, it's not giants, because I've even removed all of the giants things. I thought it's going to be a giants thing. It's a long time since I've had this in. So that should just about cope with that. It's heavier than you think. Brilliant. Yeah, okay. Both really. Don't need the crop sensor for this because it's obviously. So this time we should set this going. And again, we've got it. I'm going to time lapse this because it might need to take me time, but it doesn't necessarily need to take your time. So I'm going to say my words, and we're then going to go through till tomorrow and feed the animals, blah blah blah. So I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, that is about it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's been a good session. Trying to do at least one a week, even yeah, no matter how I feel, I'm trying to get this, and I've kept it. Yeah, I've managed to do this, and my Palenio, which I'm going to post later. Both of these later tonight. So apologies for the quality of the video. It's a little less than my normal. I'm having to compress it again because I'm away on holiday, which is also why I can't indicate on any of the Let's Plays. Yeah, well, I can, sort of, but yeah, it's my apologies. I've got a side panel and I use it at home, so therefore, when I'm away, I know you can do it on the gamepad, but I've never got into the habit. Plus, which the other thing is, I'm trying to use my side panel more, not less. So if I start to master things on the gamepad, I'm like, in a way, I'm going to like think, why do I need the side panel? So I don't want to learn either. So just apologies for this week. Up to 1.7 million again. I'm thinking, I like this, I do, but I'm thinking, is there a better way? I mean, there's things like the Swather, which are obviously better. We bought those 2.7 meters. They are still they are cracking things. But what I'm thinking is there a better way for us to windrow or do a caramelis? They're fast, they are. So I'm not really thinking they're the weak link. This we could do two of these, but I always find with forage, if you're having to like empty two instead and start two at different, it at that point sort of defeats the good points about a forage wagon. I've tried it as well. Yeah, I tried it for quite a while on Cavalier Roy's Maypole Farm. Yeah, Maypole Farm, and I found it more of a pain than little. It sort of did, but there's more of a headache with it. It's not a smooth way of doing things. It's a lot of like rush, 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 stress, stress, stress. And I'm thinking, is there a better way to do it? Not with going cheaty or anything like that. No, but I'm thinking, what is the most powerful tractor? I think it is. Now, I also tested that versus that. Now, the advantage was beaten sort of by the Mack Trucker, because it faffs around a lot. Now, I know it's its animations. You're not supposed to rush them. And Mack Trucker was quite clear about that, so I don't. But then that means that it's not so important to get this, because what I was finding was the faster McCormick was getting to the point where it should have been starting, and it was waiting, had to wait for that to unfold. Whereas the slower tractor, it took longer to get to the edge of the field, was basically unfolded and ready for action by the time. So there was not much of an advantage. The only advantage was when you stopped over there and you can speed up to 32 miles an hour. To get to this was quicker. But all things considered, a marginal increase. But the real slowdown is this. So I'm thinking, is there a better way for us to actually get the grass off here? And I'm thinking we're going to try something. It can't be yeah, I don't want any Unreal, although the trailer I'm thinking is cheeky. I don't think we've got one on this, so it'd be under auger wagons. So I'm going to try by Mark Thor, who has he's one of those modders, a bit like Ridiculous Dominic, that sort of changed my style of play. It is cheeky. We all know this. It is. The starting capacity is 120. I can't do anything about that, but it isn't cheaty. It's cheeky. Hub colour. And we're going to go. Oh, it's only the little bit in the mid. Oh, no, that's the. We could do that. We could actually. No, 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 no. I would like to go chrome though. If we're going to go red, I've never tried it in chrome red yet. Ooh, it is a little bit nice. If that's right, then we're going to do. That's all silver. Can't really tell how much, can you really? Rim colour. Yeah, how about you, silver? Again, not an awful lot different. It's nice, but what I mean is it's okay. 50,000. Oh, where did I have that delivered? Oh, my bad. I meant to do that down at the shop. Right, okay, whilst that is... Right, so we want that, but we also want, if we're going to do this properly, I'm trying to think, how will we do that? If we... There's two tools that come to mind that can do this. We also need to windrow, though. Yeah, that's the beauty of this, of course, and I'm not forgetting that. Is the fact that that windrows and so it's 2 for 1, and it's obviously much cheaper, but it is also, as I've found frequently, because the arms are so big. Although I suppose it's just going to be exactly the same for a windrow, so there's no real disadvantage being fair to this, really, in using that. It's just its capacity which that can sort of beat. So I'm going to lease the other things on the day we need them. Yeah, I'm not going to buy them until we can see, is there an advantage in this or is there not? So then we bought the trailer, because the trailer's handy anyway. It's never going to be a waste, ever. So we need to get this limed and fertilised next session 2, which we will do, and we will then go on till October morning. And I think, in fact, we could do that now. We could actually, it is true. We could sort of go on, and I think we're going to find field 6 and 22 and 23 is all going to be ready if we do that. So let's go through. That is a point though, isn't it? We could sort of set that going now, because whilst we're chatting, strangely enough, this may well finish the liming at the very least on field 12. Clear load, activate, make sure we are on the right, yes we are. And first, yes, I've learned quite a few tricks on the keyboard as well, if I'm honest, because obviously the side panel does an awful lot of those features when it's plugged in at home. But yeah, right, so we'll go through till tomorrow morning. Yeah, I was thinking I might need to grab the Mack Trucker 886 horsepower. This is, I think it's a 600, or it's 550, one or the other. 600, I can see it's power 600. So it's more than capable of doing what I need it to do. So let's go through till tomorrow morning. And we'll leave it there. We will have to do the animals next time as well. No, I am not feeling in the generous mode to future me. Future me can do it. It's been a long session already. Yeah, it's just one of those. It's a 10-minute time lapse, isn't it, really? Right, yes, we know there's never... Oh, my life, nearly 2 mil. Let's check the sales. Beautiful air which is gorgeous by Langren Money. Unfortunately, on this Let's Play, I don't think it's much use, really. Not at all. So, yes, we will... Yeah, it's true, actually. It's not going to have gained us an awful lot, is it, really? But yeah, if we just see pH. Huh? No, you can't see it. Yeah, it's a bigger field than you actually think it is approaching as we speak. It is. Right. No, I'm not going to... I'm just going to down tools. We'll start that next session, just literally while we're doing the... animals, we'll crack on and get that done as well, so that it is done, because I don't like that. Yeah, the nitrogen's bad as well, so there's no... Again, streamlining. It's not a bad thing, really, to set a second one going, and probably not that, I'll be honest. I would say something like the Bredal would be perfect. I often use that now, after calling it for years. The big Bredal I'm on about, actually. Yeah, so we've got... That's a point. Where is that Bredal? We already done that. We brought it up here already. And I'm forgetting I have. Because that's about my... That should be the cutters. The multi-fruit. I think we've got 2 down there, haven't we? What we really need to do is... Yeah, that's ready. That's ready. And that's ready. So we will be doing... Now then, that is a point. Now, this is another disadvantage. to yeah, I'm beginning to see more disadvantage than advantage, but I suppose you could equally say, well, no, it doubles the trouble. Right, we have got our beautiful, and it is beautiful. It's a very, where is it? Where is our, oh, I'm going to let it be over there, be one of those, it's a tractor, that's what always throws me. Yeah, that one there, the wide span vehicle system, the WTVS 1180. Is obviously there's a lot of faffing around with grabbing all of its gear and bringing it up. Now, when a farm gets this big, it's not really often enough to have one harvester. And now is about the same for us. So we also need to buy or lease a... Now that is a point actually. Sunflower header. Is it really needs a 13.7? Well, they don't make that. That means you've got to use a corn header. What have we got? A corn header. Still under headers. No, we've only got the massive Juris, which is actually, I was saying this on another Let's Play, it's actually a right pain. It seems to amplify. Yeah, it's not enjoyed having the Juris, not at all. I'd like to compare it to a 13.7 and see if it is the Juris though, or if it's just the lay of the land. Yeah, it would be nice to use it on the same fields that we were using this year. So yeah, I'm watching as a virtual farmer to see, is it an advantage or not? And I think at this point, I would say I would buy now. I've got two harvesters on some of my smaller Let's Plays. I've actually got two harvesters already when we're about this big. But the idea of having two wide-span vehicle systems is a bit scary. How many like lorries do we need on, with this, there's like lots of things it can't do itself, which means I've got to bring other ancillary support vehicles, and not just one, no, two. So that means what, we've got 4 support vehicles that I've got to support it, and 4 sets of trailers. Yeah, no, in total, yeah, that would be right. 4 sets of trailers. It's a huge cost, and I can't see much of a benefit, really. Not in comparison to a standard. Yeah, you've got to compare it. Yes, I know. Okay, it's better for it probably is better for the fields and all the rest of it. But there's the damage. I suppose, yeah, when you consider that, if you break that down, what is happening? What are you improving? Something about compression on the fields. Now, realistically, its tyres are massive and no smaller than any other one. So whether that's just that's what the reading of the magazine of the manufacturers say, but if you compare it to a traditional harvester, its wheels have very little difference. It also does a scrunchy thing when it's transforming, which I'd imagine is going to put pressure on the ground that it's on. A normal harvester doesn't do that. It can have tracks, so it can also spread the weight like a snowshoe. So I am not really totally convinced in any way, shape or form of the manufacturer bump of that particular thing. And when I consider all of the headaches that are caused by the system itself, I personally, having tried it now as well, deliberately to sort of say, well, is this the shape of things to come? I think it's a little bit like electrical vehicles, really. If they said it was environmentally friendly, and I immediately said, what? What about ripping the batteries to pieces? This got rare earth metals and other stuff. But then I read an article written by an absolute expert on batteries that basically agreed with me, but obviously gave much more scientific evidence to say it's all a load of rubbish and someone's making an absolute fortune from it, which, yeah, that's the way of the world. So of course it's going to happen. Yeah, guaranteed it's going to happen, because those in power, someone's making some money somewhere. So it's going to happen, isn't it, really? Well, that's nice. While we've been chatting, that has actually finished. We are wasting the workday, though, Mr. Smith, so I really think we ought to shut your trap, and I think it is time for me to sling my hook. So we just got the nitrogening to do next time. How is the water doing in this as well? Because I'm finding... Yeah, you see, and that's my point. That's rubbish. I'm finding this is not doing its job properly. I'm not convinced that the water's in the storage, even though it says it is, because I've used this normally, where you put water in it properly. I mean, this causes issues with animals already. So the more I'm testing, the more that doesn't seem to work well. Which then means that we've got 321 tons of grass that should be down to 70 tons, all because we're relying on these that aren't doing their job properly. So yes, something somewhere is letting the team down. We need to rectify this, and I'm not going to sell that because it'll make us a shed load of money. Literally, we'll be billionaires almost, so I'm not doing that. But yeah, these are only insights. I'm not moaning per se, although it may seem like I am. It's just more like my personal opinions and insights into the thing. I'm not in any way. It's just I wanted to try it for myself for that very reason. The widespan vehicle system I'm on about now. Yeah, I really did, because I was not convinced when I first saw it that it was the next best thing. I thought the design's a little bit. It's strange, but strange is not necessarily bad. But it's not. Yeah, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, I'm not sure. If I saw a harvester in the sales now, I'd probably snap their hand off. Yeah, because even if it was only to have one down one end and one up the other, so that it was still, because it's got the Durus. If the Durus is on a decent field, although we need a corn header now, really, don't we? Because I would imagine it's a bit special. So it needs a bigger than 13.7 or 13.7 meter header straight away. So that means we've got to go for the big corn headers. You can get the Capellos. Yeah, I think they're all, yeah, they're nines, but there are indeed, when you think it needs a 13.7 meter header to actually work, it means again having to buy something. Yeah, I think that it could probably manage the really, really big. Yeah, that is it. The big 18 meter, probably, because it is, I've got to be honest, it is a beast for horsepower. That is its one definite advantage, is that it is large tractors. It is, yeah, 1156 horsepower. So I personally think it really, if that can't manage that header, then I think we're in serious trouble. So I think what we're going to do is lease this down at the shop, ready for next session. Yes, fantastic, and that is down there. I'll get that all ready off camera. We'll do the zippy do all the animal feeding and all the rest of it, and yeah, then we'll crack on with the harvests. So yeah, it's a point, do we? No, we've just said. I mean, that is again the other slow side, is the fact that now then, obviously, yeah, sugar beets. It's a point, we haven't got anything like that, have we? No, I did. I think I was always thinking about grabbing the Mark Thor, because sugar's something we need. So, oh no, that's a point. We've got the Rootster. Of course we have. No, I don't sell it. I want to use it. Yes, we've got the Rootster. I was forgetting about that. I was always looking forward to using that. I don't think I've used it. It's got a tiny little storage, so I'm intrigued to see how that's going to unfold, really. Not literally the thing itself, but yeah, how the adventure, what is the best way to use it. So all that remains to be said for this long session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.